My name is Marco Ruas. Tonight is the night.
Champion. Oleg Taktarov won one as well. I believe it was 4 or 5. Both champions, two of the best fighters in the world right here. Many think these are the two best fighters in the world. This is the match that everybody's been waiting for.
What makes this fight especially interesting, even if Ruas has a great fight, the Russian Bear, well, neither of these fighters like submission, but the Russian Bear almost has a robotic feel to him that he will never submit.
No one has ever made this guy tap out, and no one has ever knocked him out. Ruas is the same way. Tonight, that should be unchanged.
The Russian Bear known for and we're off with the fight. Ruas in short blacks with a left jab. Taktarov watching, trying to close the distance with a low kick. A right kick from Ruas. Ruas is explaining something. Is he talking a little bit of trash?
Taktarov already looks a little stunned from that jab. His eyes are a little glossy. It's a nice left jab by Ruas. Ruas, the former heavyweight champion.
Right kick from Ruas. Taktarov looking to his corner for some instruction. Both fighters keeping their distance. Left jab missing. Immense concentration on these fighters. Taktarov with a strike, not connecting. Ruas with a left jab.
Ruas staying a lot more in front of Taktarov than he did in his last fight. He's ready to punch it out.
Both fighters keeping their distance so far in this World Super Fight.
Oleg Taktarov showing some unusual boxing skills, which a lot of people think he can't stand up and fight. But he's actually able to stand in there with the best of them. And he's proven that here tonight.
Taktarov said that he expected Ruas to come out a little bit more aggressive tonight, but that would allow him to look for an opportunity to shoot.
Yeah, he definitely wants to take Ruas to the ground. Will Ruas let him? That will be the question. Ruas well-versed on the ground, though, not afraid to go down, but knowing that he's clearly the better stand-up fighter.
Oh,
a nice spinning back fist by Ruas. Setting him up, setting up Taktarov. Laughing, smiling at him.
That was
edging him on, showing him the great boxing skills that he has. Taktarov doesn't stop, though. He continues to move forward.
Right jab. The left of Taktarov not landing any punches so far.
A heavy right hand misses by Ruas.
Neither of the fighters have gone towards a clinch or a shoot so far.
Taktarov would
definitely with the left jab.
Taktarov would definitely like the clinch sooner than later, but Ruas not giving him the opportunity yet. Taktarov's a very strong guy. If he lands one of those punches, Ruas will be stunned.
Ruas in the short black trunks. Taktarov in the longer ones. The World Super Fight of Vale Tudo. Here's some blows exchanged by both fighters.
Nice exchange it was. Both fighters connecting.
Ruas not giving Taktarov a chance to come in. Ruas the better striker of the two with the arms.
These guys know each other real well. They don't talk very much to each other, both men of very few words, but they understand each other, and there is respect in there for each other's abilities.
Speaking with Taktarov earlier this week, he has tremendous respect for Ruas. In fact, he feels that if he fights Ruas, he can fight anybody.
Yeah, whoever wins this fight is clearly going to be up there, possibly the best fighter in the world in my eyes.
Neither fighter going for many kicks or any shoots. This has been pretty much a boxing match so far. Well under 3 minutes into the first match.
Taktarov showing us some surprisingly good boxing skills here, standing in there with Marco Ruas, who's an amazing boxer.
Right hook missing from Taktarov. Good slip by Ruas. Ruas now with the left, connecting. Set it up with the right. Taktarov looking as if he has had some punches land.
Yeah, Taktarov is no new man to being punched. He's used to taking abuse, but takes it better than anyone I've ever seen.
Oh, there's
and
a
there
left
goes
hook
Taktarov.
by
Ruas with a strong right-left combination.
Nice left hook.
Taktarov gets right back off the canvas.
The Brazilian crowd shouting, Ruas, Ruas. Definitely the hometown favorite.
Takes a lot to stop the Russian Bear, though.
I'm not sure that was a knockdown more than it was a fall down. Nonetheless, Taktarov bleeding heavily over the right eye. Wiping blood out of the way. He did connect. There, so much for my knockdown theory. Another exchange to the face of Taktarov. Setting it up with the right. Again.
The Russian Bear coming forward, but Ruas is not going to let him go to the clinch. He's seen every best jiu-jitsu fighter in the world, and he is not going to let him clinch unless he wants him to.
Another right, another left. Only the left landing. Taktarov trying with the right, not landing. Left jab by Ruas, checking his distance. Taktarov will take any amount of punishment someone could give him. So far, he's taken a good
goes for the attempted takedown.
That was the first attempt at a shoot we've seen. Taktarov unsuccessful with that knee from Ruas defending it.
Defending it well, he was.
What can we expect if this fight goes down to the ground?
A whole different style fight. But actually, probably I would expect a lot of abuse from Ruas. Taktarov taking it, working for the submission on Ruas. That's where he's better.
Taktarov getting some inside.
Charging aggressively.
Taktarov not landing many punches, but being aggressive nonetheless.
Ruas working the jab. Oh, and in comes Taktarov.
Taktarov
not a lot of boxing
schools,
but a ton of heart.
That time a right landed from Taktarov. Taktarov bleeding heavily over the right eye.
Very patient still, though. Stands right in there.
There's an exchange and a knee. A knee kick to the face. I'm not sure if it landed, but it was set up by a fury of punches from Ruas.
Still very calm as Taktarov, a very patient fighter. Just waits for his opponent to make a mistake, and Ruas is well aware of that. Taktarov will stand there with you all day, let you punch him, kick him, and wait for the opportunity.
Taktarov trying to come inside. He's 2 inches smaller than Ruas. And this has turned into a boxing match. Body jab. The boxing match definitely favors Ruas.
No question here. The former heavyweight boxing champion of Brazil, Muay Thai heavyweight champion. This guy can kick, he can punch, but he's very content with just standing in and punching. If Taktarov is going to stand in and punch with him,
in the clinch. Ruas trying to get out of the clinch, but has to stay with it, and he does get out of the clinch. It looked as if Ruas did not want to be in the clinch with Taktarov.
And he broke right out of it.
Ruas showing us some of his strategy.
If he doesn't want to be clinched, he won't be clinched. Especially none of these guys are not wearing gis here tonight. They're wearing shorts. There's not much to grab. Ruas back to the jab.
Now a cut on the right bottom lip of Taktarov. Right hook just misses from Taktarov.
And it was a very strong. If that would have landed, Ruas would have been in trouble. Although he can take a hell of a punch.
Ruas looking to swing, goes low. Exchange here right in front of Greg Friedman and I at ringside in Sao Paulo, Brazil for the Vale Tudo Super Fight Championship.
Taktarov doing amazingly well, believe it or not, standing in there with Ruas. I mean, this guy is a pure champion, pure boxer. Taktarov, not totally content, but willing to do it. He's not charging in as fully as he normally would. Again, showing the respect for the punching ability of Ruas.
As well as the good defense with the knees. He tried to shoot earlier, and Ruas was able to ward him off. There's a right hook and a left. Another right hook to the body. There's a deluge of punches to the stomach of the Russian Bear. Again, not landing on those two.
Taktarov coming right back with the left right of his own. Not connecting, though. Just can't stand there and box with Ruas thus far. Left jab with Ruas.
I would expect Taktarov to go to the shoot very soon. I can't tell if that is a cut that Ruas has under his lip, but I think it is just blood from his opponent.
Yeah, normally Taktarov will just charge right in on anybody, not risking much at all because of their punching ability. Ruas is one of the strongest fighters, if not the strongest fighters in Vale Tudo competition. This is his art.
Ruas with the left jab, distancing himself. Taktarov, little feints, the quick left jab. Little feint, warding off Ruas's attack. There's a right left from Ruas, landing on both, but only to the body. Ruas definitely landing more punches and throwing more in this World Super Fight Championship.
And for that, looks a little bit more tired than Taktarov. Taktarov very patient, not breathing heavily at all. Ruas definitely the more aggressive of the fighters thus far, throwing lefts, and rights, combinations. A left right again. Taktarov trying for the takedown. He doesn't want to break. Oh, Ruas with another left right to break him loose. See, when you have two sweaty bodies on you like this, the clinch is really tough when you're fighting someone like Ruas. Against anybody wearing a gi, he would hold him tight and throw him to the ground. But Ruas, being strong enough and sweaty enough at this point, the Sambo champ, Oleg Taktarov, cannot take him to the ground.
So far, we're well into this super fight. It has been a boxing match with very few attempts at bringing one another to the ground. Taktarov tried, but Ruas was able to ward him off. Large right cut on the top of Taktarov's right eye and on the bottom of his right side of his face.
They're in the clinch.
There's a headbutt from Ruas. Ruas loves that headbutt when he's down in the clinch. He comes up with the back of his head to hit his opponent's chin. Very effective, and sometimes deliver a knockout blow.
Another left right, just missing by Taktarov. He just can't seem to quite get his range, but he's willing to stand in there. A left right and a right, a nice right by Taktarov on the jaw of Ruas. Left right, nice left right exchange by both.
Taktarov unable to land many of his punches. In that fury, he did seem to get a few in on Ruas.
Just truly amazing athletes. These guys just stand in the ring, just keep going. No time limits. They're boxing. I don't know any boxers that could stand here and go, we're probably 15 minutes into the match, and these guys are just standing there. There's no timeout, no water drinks. These guys are tough.
Very, very long match. This could be 30 minutes is the time limit. At that point, it'll go to a referee's decision, judge's decision. Both fighters keeping their distance, taking a breather, and here comes Ruas with a left, a right, up against the ropes. A deluge of punches. He landed 2 or 3 of those 5 punches.
He's hitting Taktarov awful hard here, but Taktarov just stands right there. You just can't put this guy down. He's like a George Foreman. He just stands in there. He's got a tremendous amount of heart.
Taktarov trying to land some punches. That time he stood in and kept his face wide open for Ruas. Taktarov with a...
Both standing, breathing, taking a little break here. Both men with their hands down. One setting the other up. One of them's going to make a move.
At this point, fatigue becomes a large factor. Taktarov
challenging, everybody can see it and can sense it. Come on to the ground. Come on to the ground. And Ruas says, okay. He's waiting for his time, though. These guys are talking to each other. These guys know each other so well.
Left hook missing by Taktarov. Ruas with a cut on the top of his head, bleeding down the left side of his face. Little feint jabs. A fake turnaround elbow. Ruas talking a little trash, but I think it's all in respect.
Yeah, both of these guys egging each other on. A little talk. Hey, let's go to the ground. Hey, let's box. They know what they're doing.
Interesting note about Taktarov. He was a professional businessman, quite a good businessman in Russia, and told us he quit because he loved to do what he is doing now in fighting.
Yeah, an amazing story. Oleg Taktarov, very successful in and out of the ring. This guy is truly a champion. Marco Ruas, we tried to do an interview with him earlier, and he just says, I do my speaking in the ring, and he is sure doing that here tonight.
If it comes down to a decision, if the fight were to end now, I'd have to give it to Ruas.
Yeah, Ruas clearly above on points. That jab and the right hook and the right straight is just nailing Taktarov. Not as often as he'd like to, but enough to definitely score some blows and give Taktarov a nice headache.
Taktarov trying to throw the strikes to get inside and possibly go to the ground with Ruas.
Yeah, just isn't able to do it at this point.
Ruas defending himself well with the artillery, the rights and lefts of the Brazilian phenomenal Vale Tudo fighter.
Yeah, Taktarov very patient, waiting his time, says, I'll get mine. Go ahead, punch me. I can take anything you can throw. But when we go to the ground, it'll be another story. That's the attempt here.
A little feint kick with the left, telling him he's trying to bring Ruas down. I don't think it'll be that easy. A little left jab. Taktarov not landing, just setting up his distance, trying to go for the shoot. Both fighters being patient. There's
nice hard body shot. I could feel that from here. He threw that wide and hard right on the ribs, but Taktarov just keeps coming.
A left and a right from Taktarov to the body of Ruas.
Not landing. The jab. Couple three strong. Right jabs, not connecting too solidly. Ruas as the crowd is chanting. Taktarov a little bit out of his realm here in Brazil.
So far, a boxing match. We're well into this fight. The left from Taktarov barely landing. Ruas now with the knee.
Taktarov holding him tight. Going for the takedown.
Looking for the takedown. And he's brought back outside, pushed outside by Ruas.
He was willing to let him loose and take a swing and went for the hard punch. That was very unusual of Taktarov when he had someone in that position. Normally he will throw him hard to the ground. Two sweaty bodies, hard for the takedown. A great fight thus far. Just what people expected.
Taktarov, the Russian.
These Vale Tudo matches, they're usually so unpredictable. Tonight, there has just been a great story of what people wanted to do, coming in and doing it.
Of course, after this fight, we'll have the finals of the round of 8 between Vernon Tiger White and Pedro Rizzo. There's a right knee to the face of Taktarov. Marco Ruas showing his power. Taktarov's face quite bloody now. Cut over the right eye and the lower lip. Ruas, couple left jabs. Excuse me, right jabs. Little sweep kick from Taktarov, ineffective. There's a right side kick from Ruas. Both fighters talking to one another. There's a left jab connecting on the nose of Taktarov. There's a right kick. Taktarov just not able to get inside, Greg.
Back to the punching game. That was a punishing right leg kick by Ruas to the leg. Oleg not wanting any part of that. Trying to go back to his boxing game. Keep control, keep Ruas fighting his game, which is fine. He's boxing him. He's not taking too much abuse. He's taking some shots, but he can take him. He can take him. Waiting for the opportunity. Let Ruas tire and hopefully take him down to the ground.
A little right jab toying with Taktarov. A side kick, ineffective. There's a kick that hurt from Ruas. To the left thigh of Taktarov. I could see the welch from here already. Another right kick from Ruas. Taktarov's manager in the corner here yelling, "Stop the fight." There's another kick. The face of Taktarov filled with blood. Taktarov wanting to know the time.
Yeah, Taktarov wanting to find the time, how much he has time to survive in this match, because so far it has been all Marco Ruas. It's kind of a gentleman's agreement here that the powerful leg kicks of Marco Ruas can pretty much break down a tree. And he's been very gentlemanlike not to punish the legs of the smaller,
quick right
not
sweep
as good
almost
kicker
took Taktarov down.
as Oleg Taktarov. Ruas now stalking his prey. Taktarov standing in, throws a left hook. Not afraid to stand in there.
Right kick by Taktarov.
Taktarov throwing a round kick.
Taktarov again going inside, but Ruas able to ward him off with a fury of punches. We're in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the world super fight of Vale Tudo.
We're seeing the bloody face of Oleg Taktarov, which is very typical for him.
The kick almost took Taktarov down.
Stalking and talking, stalking and talking. Ruas now going to the leg kicks, which could be big trouble for Taktarov. He has the power to break a leg with those kicks. If he connects hard, which he's kicking like halfway on those. Taktarov rubbing his leg, not wanting a whole lot to do with that. Ruas going for the knockout, throwing a left, right, stalking his prey. But Taktarov comes right back to the middle of the match. I'm ready here for you. I'm right here. I'm right in front of you.
Taktarov,
his kicks just aren't able to do anything.
Taktarov, the heart of the bear. It's definitely showing right now. That's why they call him the Russian bear. Ruas setting up with the leg kicks and then coming with the furious punches. Here's another right kick.
These kicks just aren't able to do anything though on Ruas. Ruas, a Muay Thai heavyweight champion, kicks as hard as anybody in Vale Tudo competition. Muay Thai combines kicks, punches, knees, and elbows. And the big part of it is those back leg kicks. You can see in the back of Oleg's leg, it's nice and red. If Ruas wants to, he can probably kick and break that leg right through.
Left jab, right kick.
Whoa, a nice spinning heel kick to the head of Taktarov, misses. Ruas showing a lot here that people have never seen before. Just pure boxing ability, not going to the ground. Very few people in Vale Tudo competition are able to keep someone from taking them to the ground. Here comes Taktarov coming with the flurry.
Coming inside.
Flurry going to try for the takedown again. Ruas doesn't allow him to do it.
Taktarov trying to get inside, using his strikes as a defense as he makes the shoot.
Ruas just saying whatever you want. Taktarov standing there thinking, what's my strategy? How could I stop this man?
How can Taktarov get inside?
He needs to counterpunch, get inside, make Ruas miss, go for the clinch, and stay with it. And that's the hard part, especially with sweaty bodies like you have right in front of you.
Well into this match, easily 15 minutes into this match. Nice
punishing leg kick by Ruas to the thigh of Taktarov. Taktarov just looking at him, hoping he can find a way to go.
High right.
And Ruas puts a high kick to the head. Does not go though. Cannot connect. See, the tough part about this for a normal, natural grappler is when you fight a good puncher, if he's able to keep you off and not let you get your body to body, as they call it, that's what you want to do here as a grappler. You want to get your body on their body to stop from the punches and the kicks. And if you're able to do that, it could be your fight. But he's unable to do that against Ruas here today.
A right kick by Ruas. The left leg of Taktarov taking quite a punishment. Evidently, his face is too. We got a cut on the top right of his eye, lower lip.
Still the heart of the champion. He stands right there. This guy's not about to submit.
Taktarov down on the ground, falling backwards. Ruas going in for the kill.
This is what Taktarov wants, though. Oh, surprisingly, he gets back to his feet.
Is there a possibility that he didn't want to go down in that fashion? He wanted to bring Ruas down with him.
Yeah, actually, that's one of his styles. He's not afraid. He likes to lie on his back and pull you down, egg you on. Come on, get me on the ground, because that's where he is the best.
There's a right sweep kick. Taktarov doing a good job of keeping his balance on those kicks.
The Russian Bear's face is real bloody at this point, but it doesn't even seem to affect Oleg. He's thinking a little bit more now. But he's still waiting for his opportunity, picking his shots, waiting for Ruas to make a mistake. That's his game plan. Ruas make a mistake, and I will put you in pain. So far, Ruas has fought just a beautiful fight.
No jabs landing from Taktarov. Ruas looking to close the distance. Here's a kick. Taktarov looking to close the distance now.
Yeah, he's just picking right where he has just enough range. He's trying to stay out of the jabbing power of Ruas. Taktarov a jab. A nice heel kick by Ruas. Never seen that in one of these competitions. Usually people really try stand basic with a front, side, and a round kick. Ruas dancing around the ring, showing everybody all kinds of stuff. A real fan pleaser. Heel kicks, spinning kicks, round kicks. This guy is really a complete fighter. 1995, the Japanese press voted him the most complete fighter in the world, and he is sure displaying that here today.
Ruas setting it up with the jabs and going to several different kicks tonight. The last kick we just saw, there's a right kick.
He's sticking and moving now, like he did in the first fight. He's been much more aggressive than he was here since his last fight. He had something to prove here, and he is definitely proving it today. The left-right combo misses. Taktarov still right there. What a champion himself, standing right there against one of the hardest punchers in Vale Tudo competition. And he stands right in front of him. Here I am for you. Here I am. And he's taking punishment for it. But he will not go down. He will not give up.
Right jab. Taktarov trying to get the punches in, but unable to do so.
Yeah, just can't find the range. Ruas just has too much boxing experience. He's got that range picked out just perfectly.
Left jab missing, right jab. Right kick to the knee
of Taktarov. Yeah, he's starting to feel it in his knee. He's trying to stay off that. He doesn't know what to do. There's not much of a defense when you haven't trained in Muay Thai to defend against that.
Those kicks are able to cut a tree in half. The leg of Taktarov has to be feeling it now. Coming near the end of this fight.
The look on Ruas' eye, he's stalking his prey. He wants to finish him. He's got a strong right hand. Taktarov goes for the takedown. Ruas able to keep him off.
The only way Taktarov's going to be able to win
leg
this
back,
fight.
and there goes Taktarov. Taktarov able to mount Ruas. He's in the half guard.
In the half guard, Taktarov.
Both resting, thinking, picking their spots.
He found the weakness on that leg sweep by Ruas.
Yep, he's waiting the whole fight for it, waiting for that one opportunity to take him to the ground. He's done it.
Good.
Ruas throwing some body shots, tapping, banging to the back of the head.
Both fighters too near one another to really get any strikes in. Ruas trying to remove the hook.
We do have a 30-minute time limit in this fight. If it goes beyond, they will not go to the cards. This is either a decision or no decision in this fight here today.
And they're going to call it to time. That fight ended anticlimactically in the fact that Taktarov brought Ruas down. He found the weakness he was looking for, but just ran out of time.
They had gentlemanly hug, professional sportsmanship. Truly, two champions in the ring here today. Two great fighters, hugging, respecting each other like nothing I've ever seen before. These guys could beat anybody. That's why we put a 30-minute time limit on this one, because we knew if these guys could go 30 minutes, which they did, these guys hated each other before this fight, wanted to prove something to the world. Ruas proved it, Taktarov proved it. They're both still champions.
We still have the decision to go, although
there will be no decision in this match.
So a fine display of Ruas Vale Tudo from Marco Ruas in the Vale Tudo World Super.